Wow. What's going on, Orlando Magic fans? That was fun. I think we needed that. We needed that. Magic fans needed that. The team needed that. Maybe the NBA might have needed that. I don't know. Welcome to the Six Man Show Postgame Live presented by Rock'em. Magic win 112-92 in a game that really wasn't that close. Magic led by as many as what, like 41 or something crazy like that? 41, yeah. An absolute dominant performance. Absolutely dominant performance by the Magic. I mean, it's funny. Sometimes I sit here after a game that goes terribly, and I'm at a loss for words. Like, what can you say about a loss like this? Tonight, there was so much that happened and so much that went right that I don't even know where to start. Crazy night. Big win for the Magic. Magic, once again, take care of business against the teams you need to take care of. So credit to them. Was the second half perfect? No. Who cares? You win by 20. You'll take it every time. Welcome to Six Man Show Postgame Live presented by Rock'em. I'm producer Kevin. Glad you're here. If you're new, this is the Six Man Show. We're an Orlando Magic podcast. We put out shows every Monday and Thursday. And then also we have this live show here after each and every Orlando Magic game right here live on YouTube. So thanks for checking us out. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. And whether you're new or you've been here since the beginning, please hit that like button. It always helps us out. But this show is brought to you by Rock'em. Rock'em is the world's largest sock store, and they're located in Orlando. Their headquarters is literally right down the road from Kia Center, and they do everything there. That means all their employees are Central Florida people, whether they're from the marketing team, the CEO, the people that manufacture the socks. Everything is done in Central Florida, and so we're so pumped to be partnered with them all season long. We love partnering with local companies like Jam Hot and Rock'em as well. And so big shout out to them for sponsoring the Six Man Show Postgame Live all season long. And it helps you out because you can get 20% off of their website. Use that code MAGIC20. It'll get you 20% off. You can get these Play the Song socks, which I think is a pretty good segue here, by the way. If you want these Play the Song socks, you can get them at rock'em.com and use that code MAGIC20. But I think, I haven't looked at the chat yet. But I guarantee you there's a Play the Song in there. And so I think we just have to play the song tonight. It's worthy. It's a worthy night of it. Orlando Magic. Orlando Magic. Orlando Magic. Let's go. What a W. What a W for the Magic. All right, let's take a look. We got a super chat here from Ty, Mr. TV. He said, we could have played this song at halftime. You know, it's funny. I thought about starting the show a little early tonight, but I was like, nah, it's all right. The real Magic Maniacs are still watching this game. You're right, Ty. That was crazy. Held them to 32 points in the half, and they needed a buzzer-beating 3 to even get that. Crazy. I know the Hornets are not good, right? Even when they're healthy. And right now they're not healthy. So they're really, really not good. But wow, that was dominant. Okay, let's look at some of the chat here tonight. We got 100 of you in here tonight. So thanks for checking us out. Obviously, like I said, these are real Magic Maniacs. The casual Magic Maniacs, you know, they turned off their Magic brain, you know, halftime or third quarter. But you guys stuck it out. And here we are getting to celebrate this win together. Rom says, destroying the Hornets and never looked back. What a tough defense. Again, crazy. You hold them to 32 points and a half. And again, they needed a buzzer-beating 3 to even hit that. Could have been under 30 points. That's crazy. Yeah, Ty says, we can play the song early. Nathan says, best basketball I've seen them play. That first half was something special. And I'm sure the rest of chat, a lot of other chats are going to say this, but it's not a coincidence that the best half of basketball we've played all season long came when Cole Anthony was playing well. We've said it many times on this show. Jonathan and Luke have said it many times on the Six Man Show. Cole Anthony is, I think, along with Franz, the X factors for this team, right? We know if Franz is cooking along with Paolo, that's a recipe for success. But if Cole is cooking, that's a recipe for eliteness, right? Coming off that bench. So shout out to Cole. Obviously, we'll talk more about him later. But wow, that was his best game since probably November. Again, this is off the top of my head. I don't know for sure, but it's been a while. So shout out to Cole. Janine says, what a dominant win for our fellas. So nice to watch them out there having fun. Facts. It was awesome. Let's see. Jeremy says, in the first half, Jalen and Cole combined for 31. Cole had 30. Charlotte had 32. Gotcha. And the Magic bench outscored the Hornets 33-0. That's crazy. Wow. David S says, I think 50 wins could legitimately happen. Also, Bally Sports absolutely sucks. Yeah. Who knows what's going to happen to Bally Sports here in the coming year or two as they have filed for bankruptcy. We'll see. As for the first part, 50 wins could legitimately happen. I think we were at 11-4 coming to this one. I think we now have to go 10-4. Is that right? 9. Let's see. We're 9 wins away from 50, and we have 13 games remaining. So 9-4. We were 10-4 coming tonight. So you have to go 9-4 over your last 13, your remaining 13. It's possible. Obviously, schedule gets kind of tough here in a little bit. Next week, you get Golden State. Coming up, you get Sacramento, Golden State, and the Clippers. That's the other one I'm thinking of. That's a tough, and obviously New Orleans coming up on Thursday. Not easy teams, not like the Hornets tonight, but hey, 9-4 is totally possible. This team is 11. Wait, am I getting my numbers right? No, I was right. 9-4, that was right. This team is like 8-2 in their last 10, and I think something. It's very similar. It's a little better than 9-4 over the last 13, is what it is. So it's very possible. Very possible. Jeremy says, finally a winning season. How about that? 41 wins. I just looked up at the date and I almost I kind of lost my breath there. 41 wins on March 19th for the Orlando Magic. Can you just take a moment and just breathe that in? Can the 120 of us right now that are here just take a moment and inhale that? 41 wins on March 19th for your Orlando Magic. That just hit me. That's crazy. That is so cool. And Jonathan was tweeting about this during the game. We cannot take these moments this season for granted because this is special. And obviously, most of us believe and hope and pray that this is just the start of something really special, right? But this is sports. Crazy things happen. Who knows? Maybe it all falls apart. I don't know. I just hope we can always look back on this season and moments like tonight and go, yeah, that was really fun. That was really special. Wow. 41 wins on March 19th. Let's freaking go. That's amazing. Yeah, Janine says, nice to see Cole get things going again. Absolutely. I'm Jovi says, too easy. Let's go. Rom says, always love the Magic from the Philippines. Let's go. Thanks for tuning in, Rom. All the way in the Philippines. Appreciate that. I'm Jovi says, defense incredible tonight, but turnovers are high. Yeah, that was a little much. But that's the Magic way right now. It's crazy. I'm Jovi also says, GOAT sucks. Man, Jalen. It's no secret we're big fans of Jalen here at the show. He was awesome tonight. Didal says, let's start the stream at halftime. I thought about starting it early. I really did. Everett Marshall says, with 40 points in the second quarter, which is more than the Hornets scored in the entire first half. That is a lockdown championship defense. Isn't that crazy? Chris has one game until nipples. Play that song. I put a little nipple counter on the bottom here. I always think it's kind of funny to talk about the nipple counter and stuff. If someone is brand new to the show, they're like, what are they talking about? Very long story short, the Six Man Show podcast, it's on Mondays and Thursdays, is hosted by Luke Sylvia. And Luke Sylvia has a thing where after a 5-game win streak or longer, he goes shirtless for the show. And so that's a 4-game win streak. That means we are 1 win away. If the Magic win on Thursday against the New Orleans Pelicans, Luke will be shirtless, although they play Saturday too. So we have to actually wait 6 wins in a row for Luke to be shirtless on the next episode because they don't come till Monday. So anyway, long story short, that's what's going on. Didal says, not often that a team coasts for an entire half and don't really get punished for it. Anyway, 41st win from our 69th game is nice. Getting some rest for our key players is also very nice. I hope you're... I appreciate if you're doing that on purpose. If not, that's a fantastic coincidence. Yes, it was very nice 69th game for the Magic tonight. Chris also says, Grant Williams is a clown. He poked Jalen, the Bear Suggs, and he got the claws. Let's go. Big time clown, Grant Williams. Love that. Ascension says, this team is getting playoff ready now. Love to see it. Yes and no. Obviously, a performance like tonight, Great. You'll take it. Charlotte, especially that version of Charlotte, couldn't be further from a playoff team, right? I'm just so... The Magic laid a dud the last time they played two playoff teams, New York and Indiana last weekend. Not this past weekend, but the weekend before. So I'm really curious coming up with New Orleans on Thursday. That's a playoff team. That's a team, I believe, still has a better record than you, right? Let's see. They are... Oh, both... Okay. They have 2 fewer losses. Same amount of wins. They both have 41 wins. So... And in the Western Conference, so on paper, you'd say New Orleans is better, depending on who's healthy. That's a game I'm interested in. You got Sacramento. That's a game I'm interested in. Golden State. And then the Clippers. 4 Western Conference playoff teams in the next week and a half. Those are the games that are going to show us how playoff ready we are. And we'll see. If the Magic can go 2-2 in those 4 games, sign me up. We'll talk more about those games here coming up later. Okay, Yo Feed says, Magic Nation turn up. Magic Nation is turning up. 9:30 on a Tuesday night after a blowout win, and there's 125 of you Magic Maniacs here. Let's go. Thanks for being here. Nathan says, the playoffs can't come any sooner, man. I hope we make some kind of run. I'm right there with you, man. They can't come any sooner. I'm just so fired up. And honestly, playoffs start, real playoffs, not the play-in, the real playoffs start 1 month from tomorrow, April 20th. Like, we are right there, guys. We are right around the corner. It's crazy to think about. Crazy. As for I hope we make some kind of run. Look, I'm of the thinking of the notion where Magic make the playoffs. Whatever happens after that, sign me up. If the Magic go out there and get a gentleman's sweep, they lose in 5. Great playoff experience for a team that has almost 0. Like, Gary Harris has extensive playoff experience. Joe Ingles has extensive playoff experience. Outside of that, Markelle played a few games. Jonathan Isaac played a few games. That's it, right? I mean, basically, there might be a couple other guys that have some time. But if they can just get that atmosphere, that experience, playing really good teams, 5 games, whatever. That's fine. Anything past that, oh my gosh. Push a team to 6 games, push a team to 7 games, win a series, go on a run like you're talking about. That would knock my socks off. That'd be insane. It'd be so fun. Santi says, love the Cole postgame. Great play by the bench. And J.I. looking good for the playoffs too. J.I. is going to be a problem. If he's healthy, knock on all the wood everywhere. If he's healthy, he's going to be a problem in the playoffs. And he doesn't have to be a scorer. Like, obviously right now he's shooting the ball really well, and that's just icing on the cake. But on the other end, man, he's going to be a problem. Do you believe it says that song is so loud tonight? Going to bust our eardrums. Let's go. Grit says easy work. Love that. Brian says, got to get these next 4 games. No rest for the wicked. I don't know. There's some tough games in these 4. There's some tough ones, but we'll see. Jory says, we are rolling right now. Let's go. Yes, let's go. Ryan says, good. We blow the Hornets out tonight because the Pelicans will be rough. Tough. It's a tough game. David says, this Magic win helps this upper respiratory infection. Thank you, boys. Oh, David, sorry, man. That is 0 fun. Glad the Magic could cheer you up tonight because that is awful. Hope you feel better. Soul Train, thanks for the super chat. He says, we're the only contender that doesn't have a guard that can get 40, yet I still feel optimistic that they'll eventually get one. Go Magic. Isn't that crazy? Although Cole, when he's on a heater, I feel like 40 is possible, but you're right. By and large, we don't have a guard that consistently can get you 40. I still feel optimistic they'll eventually get one. I think that's fair. I also missed a super chat earlier from Luz Rosario. Says, Jalen earned his D point tonight. Look, I don't know. As much as I think it is, he's just so slept on by the national media. Unfortunately, I don't think D-Boy's in his future. Hopefully a defensive team. Hopefully first team. That's what he deserves. But unfortunately, this whole team is just too slept on. Just too slept on. It's tragic. Yo Feed says the defense had the Hornets in shambles. Facts. Ryan says, almost a shirtless Luke alert. We're right around the corner. David says, and we like Cole again. He was great tonight. Jeremy says, clinch the play-in. That's right. If you didn't read the bottom line yet, your Orlando Magic have clinched at least a play-in berth tonight with the victory, which is pretty cool. That means there is postseason basketball going to happen. And if you look at the standings, let's see. The Magic are 7 games up on the 9 seed, which means there's going to be a home game. If the Magic don't make the playoffs and just in the play-in, you'll get a home game, either in the 7-8 game or if you lose that in the what would be the 8 seed game. So it's all looking up. All looking up. But we're not going for the play-in, folks. No. We're going for that 6 seed or higher. I'm still aiming for the 3 seed, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. Nathan says some of Paolo's passing today was exquisite. Facts. The game is so much slower from now. Hold on a second. There's 170 of you here. What in the world? What are you guys doing? You maniacs. Let's go. Welcome to the show. We just had a boost of like 50 of you over the last several minutes. Welcome to the Six Man Show Postgame Live. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Hit that like button if you're hanging out with us. If you're new, we might have some new people in here. We're the Six Man Show, an Orlando Magic podcast, and we put out shows every Monday and Thursday, as well as this live show after every Orlando Magic game. So if you like Orlando Magic content, why don't you hang out with us more often? Hit that subscribe button to check out all of our content and never miss it. And of course, if you're new or you've been here a long time, hit that like button on this episode, and it is always appreciated. We're just going through some thoughts here from the chat tonight. Lucius are, oh yeah, he says Franz with a no-look alley-oop to Paolo was impressive. That was so clean. Oh man, I'm gonna go back and watch that as soon as we're all out of here. Amazing. Jeremy, is this right? Coach Mo's passed Steve Clifford after this win for the 5th most wins as a coach in Magic history. That's wild. That's so funny. Janine says, I need to make the Magic song my ringtone. Hey, not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all. Jeremy says, Paolo no-look pass to the Jalen no-look fadeaway to Jalen hyping up the crowd. One of my favorite moments of the season. That was so fun. So fun, man. We've had some great moments this season, guys. We've had some great moments this season. I mentioned it earlier, but like, we cannot take this season for granted. And hopefully this is something we look back on years from now and go, this is when this dynasty started, right? This season. Will it be that way? Who knows? But regardless of whether it ends up being a dynasty where everything falls apart, this has been such a special season with so many special moments. I'm Jovi says 8-5 in the next 13, 49-33 looking good. That feels very realistic to me. Very realistic. I think there is definitely 8. I wouldn't say definitely. I believe there are 8 winnable games in there. 9 is pushing it. 9 would get you 50 wins, which would be amazing. But we'll see. David says, never sell your tickets to Knicks fans, only sell to real ones. Hey, facts. If we face New York, we're going to talk all about that on the show. You better believe it. Let's see here. Steven says, I'm seeing everyone celebrate making the postseason, but I'm not celebrating anything until they avoid the play-in. Facts, Steven. I'm right there. Like, I'm not, I don't want to say I'm not celebrating. This is an achievement. Like 41 wins, March 19th, achieving the postseason, that's an achievement, but that's not the goal. You've got a 3-game lead on the play-in right now with, what did we say, 13 games to go? And considering the schedule the Magic have, if they do fall to the play-in, while over the course of an entire season and the outlook of the whole season, the play-in would be good. Like, again, back in October, you asked me, Magic are the 7 seed in the play-in. I'd be like, great, that's cool. That's a great next step for this team. However, in the context of where we are in this season, that would be a failure to me. Like, you choke a 3-game lead. Let me see. Yeah, it is. It's a 3-loss. Yeah, it's a full 3-game lead. If you choke a 3-game lead with 13 games to go and the schedule that the Magic have, that would be a failure to me. So I'm with you. I'm with you. Anthony says, shout out to the Six Man Show. Go Magic. Thank you, Anthony. Appreciate that. Do you believe in says, can we just start calling him No Look Paolo? I mean, come on. Janine says, I'm ready for the spreadsheet. I got the spreadsheet ready. Don't you worry. It's coming. Spreadsheet segment is coming for sure. Jay says, is that a spider behind you? I hope not. Wouldn't surprise me, though. Hey, we live in an area of spiders. It happens sometimes. Oh, goodness. Let's see here. Michael Lynch, our friend from Ireland, says 41 wins. That's awesome. Easy win tonight. Go Magic. Hit the like button. Yeah, Michael. Thanks for being here, man. Hit that like button. Hubert says, hi, you Magic Maniacs. Solid win. Let's get a win tonight for Postgame Live. Hit the like button. Absolutely. Thank you guys so much. Thanks for hitting that like button. Oh, wait. Some of you said you lost me earlier? Okay. Hopefully, it says lost you for a second. Wow, several of you said that. Interesting. Okay. Hopefully I'm still here. Looks like most of you are still here. Let's go. Okay. Some of you guys. You guys. Yes, A says new Magic Maniacs are always welcome. Absolutely. Always welcome to new Magic Maniacs. Okay. Let's look through some of this box score really fast. There's not a whole lot to go off of, right? I mean, a game like tonight, guys not playing full minutes, which is great, but we'll just hit this really fast. Franz, Paolo combined for 24, super efficient. I mean, there was just not a lot of defense going on there. Not a lot of defense going on there. So regardless, you'll take that. Very efficient, combined for 8 assists and a rebound. Wendell with 8 and 8. That's great. Gary with 3 in 16 minutes. Jalen obviously was terrific tonight. 16 points, 6 of 9 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks. Come on. 0 turnovers. Jonathan Isaac, 7 minutes tonight. Whew. Yeah. That's good. But he did have 8 points. 8 points in 7 minutes, which is awesome. Basically 8 minutes. Joe Ingles played less than 15 minutes tonight. Markelle played less than 18 tonight. Markelle, by the way. Running out of words. Markelle is almost at the point where you can't play him in the playoffs. Actually, he probably is at the point where you can't play him in the playoffs. Yeah. It hurts. As someone who loves Markelle, it's tough. It's tough to see that, but even tonight against a horrible Charlotte team, he was the worst player on the floor, if you ask me. Not great. Mo Wagner, 13 points tonight and 5 boards in 14 minutes. Cole Anthony, again, the story of the night for me, 21 points, 9 of 12 from the field, 3 of 5 from 3, as well as 6 boards, 3 assists, a steal, a block, 2 turnovers. A great game from Cole tonight. Much needed. And then lots of burn for the third stringers today. 9 minutes each for Anthony Black, Chuma Okeke, Goga Batadze, and 6 minutes for Admiral. Love that. But the big storyline, if you look at this whole thing here, Paolo plays 26 minutes. Franz and Wendell played just under 24. Jalen plays just under 25. Nobody above 26 minutes tonight. The season adds up over time, right? Like an 82-game season. All that time, all that wear and tear adds up. So anytime you can get a game like this where guys can play 7 to 10 fewer minutes, it makes a difference in the long run. It really can. So, love that. Some of the team stats here. Obviously, the first half is where the damage was done. 40 to 15 in that second quarter is so crazy. Like 40 to 15 in a quarter in the NBA is just ludicrous. That is just so crazy. Points in the paint, 60 for Orlando. Love that. 18 fast break points. Biggest lead of 41. 61 bench points. Thank you, Cole. 15 turnovers. Obviously, that sucks. Can't have that. That's not good enough. But that's about the only thing you can pick apart here. Because, wow. Shooting stats here. Magic shot 53% from the field, 35% from 3. Wow, I thought it was a little bit more than that. Only missed 1 free throw, which is awesome. Again, free throws have really hurt this team this season, so anytime you can go 92%, that's a W. You out-rebound them, as well as getting 10 offensive rebounds is great. 32 assists on 44 field goals. That is awesome. That is so good. ESPN says we had 18 turnovers. I don't know if it was that many, but it felt like a lot. And yeah, so that's some of the other stuff. The other thing I did ask my friend Jonathan Osborne pulled this up for me. He said, I wanted to find out the second chance points. The Hornets ended up with only 4 second chance points. Only 4. They ended up with 4 offensive rebounds, 4 second chance points, and they missed 41 shots. That's pretty good rebounding right there, if you ask me. Way to go. Way to go to the big guys and the guards as well, getting involved in that. So, big shout out here. All right, I'm going to do things a little bit different order today. While we're here, we're going to go ahead and look at some of the scores around the league. Pelicans up by 15 on the Nets. Again, you play the Pelicans on Thursday, so yeah, obviously looks like they're going to... Oh, wait, that game's really late. Okay, yeah, so that game's over. Pelicans are going to win that one. Mavericks, Spurs are tied. Nuggets with the early... Oh, that's a big game right there. I'm going to watch that game. Nuggets, Timberwolves right now. I had no idea they were playing tonight. Nuggets up 11 right now in the second quarter. That's awesome. Rockets blew out the Wizards. Not any surprises there. And last thing before we look at our handy dandy spreadsheet here tonight, I'm going to refresh these standings, make sure they are fully accurate. Your Orlando Magic are once again just a half game back of the New York Knicks for the 4 seed and 2.5 games back from the 3 seed. I'm feeling greedy, guys. Like I know what's likely. I know it's likely that we're just going to end up in the 4-5 against the Knicks. But as long as we're within striking distance of that 3 seed, that's what I want. Like you get a 3 seed to play against the Sixers or the Pacers or something like that. And then you avoid the Celtics in the second round and you end up playing like imagine if it's like Magic or the 3 seed and Pacers are the 6 seed. That'd be amazing. If you ask me, the Pacers are the most favorable matchup of all the possibilities for the Magic. So if you can do that, 3 seed Magic, 6 seed Pacers, then it becomes Knicks, Cavs as the 4-5. So, Knicks, Cavs, they play each other as the 4-5. The winner of the 4-5 plays the 1 seed, Boston Celtics, while the winner of the 3-6 plays the 2 seed, the 2-7 matchup, which could be the Milwaukee Bucks. I don't know about you, but I'd rather play the Bucks in the second round than the Celtics. We're going to lose to both teams. Doesn't matter who, but I think we have a better chance of making it entertaining against the Bucks. I don't know. It's a lot of wishful thinking there, but all I had to say, I want the 3 seed, and I think it's still very possible. Still very possible. Speaking of which, I want to show you why I believe it's possible. But before I show you why I believe it's possible, I do want to remind you that this show is brought to you by Rockham. Rockham is the world's largest sock store, and they're a Central Florida company. That's why we love them. And I wanted to show you guys, obviously March Madness coming not around the corner. It starts tonight. The play-in games, actually, the first one's probably already over by now. So I wanted to go through, obviously, we'll go through some Magic stuff later, but I just picked a random team that has some affiliation with the Magic. I don't know if we have any Michigan fans out there. Obviously, they have a lot of college football playoff stuff here at the top, but if you scroll down, it's more generic Michigan stuff. So if you don't know, Rockham has all kinds of gear for your favorite sports team from the NBA, NHL, NFL, and college sports as well. So here's some of their college offerings for any Michigan fans that might exist out there. But hey, if you're a fan of another team, UCF obviously playing their NIT game right now. If you're a fan of any other college sport, they have over 250 schools represented on Rockham.com. So if you want any kind of socks, underwear from your favorite college sports teams, obviously Rockham is the place to go. And of course, Orlando Magic stuff as well. So like, of course, the Play the Song socks that I was holding up earlier. I mean, these are just the best, man. I love these so much. I'm going to have to get a second pair so that I can wear one and then leave these here because I need to start wearing them. I love these mascot. Any of the stuff socks I love. There's this one. There's the split face one, which is somewhere down here. There it is. The split face mascot one is so sick. And then, of course, the Papa John's one, Magic Win, is always a fun one. So big shout out to Rockham for sponsoring the show. And please use that code MAGIC20 to get you 20% off your order at Rockham.com all season long. Again, that is code MAGIC20. Thanks to Rockham for supporting the Six Man Show. And thanks to you for using that code, which also supports the Six Man Show. All right, guys, it's spreadsheet time. Who doesn't love a good spreadsheet? Here we go. All right, tonight, Magic Hornets, the only game that was relevant in this chase. So only team playing tonight was the Magic. However, I've got some really fun stuff to show you guys. Okay, tomorrow, lots of big stuff happening. First, the head-to-head one that really matters. Oh, I just messed it up. Head-to-head, the one that really matters. Heat at Cavs. So the Magic are going to gain on somebody tomorrow. They're either going to gain on the Heat, which would be amazing, because right now the Magic are where's the Heat? They're so far down I can't find them. Magic are 3.5 games up on the Miami Heat. So if the Heat lose tomorrow, you will go 4 games clear of the Miami Heat, who also, by the way, if they were to lose that, they would only have a 3-game lead on the Chicago Bulls for the 9 seed. Wouldn't that be spicy? That would be so spicy. Okay, focus. So you would gain that on the Heat, and you go 4 games up on the Heat, right? Is that what I said? Yeah, 4 games up on the Heat. Or conversely, if the Heat were to beat the Cavs, you would be 2 games back of the 3 seed. Huh? You guys like that? All right, next up. The Sixers play in Phoenix to start their West Coast road trip tomorrow. What does that do for us? If the Sixers were to lose to the Phoenix Suns, which the Phoenix Suns will be very favored, you now go to a 3-game lead on the on the Philadelphia 76ers. Right now it's 2.5. They're the 6th seed right now. It would be a 3-game lead on the Sixers. That's awesome. Pacers play at the Pistons. Now, I mean, come on. We can't expect so much. Pistons have gotten several wins here in the last 3 weeks or so. So it's possible. It's in Detroit. Very possible. But, I'm not gonna count anything on there. However, the Bucks play at the Celtics. Again, we've talked about this before. It's been a while. The Magic are only 3.5 games back of the Bucks right now. If they were to lose tomorrow, they would be 3 games back of the 2 seed. I'm not holding my breath on that one. But you never know. You never know. But what gets me most excited is past this, because look what happens here, guys. Look what's coming up. And I'm getting ahead of myself because this is stuff we can talk about on future episodes. But I want to talk about it now, so I'm going to. Look at this day right here. March 22nd. That's Friday. Heat play the Pelicans. Sixers play in LA against the Lakers. Pacers play in San Francisco against the Warriors. And the Cavs play in Minnesota against the Timberwolves. I'm sorry, what? Look at that night. Are you kidding me? Do you know how much movement can happen here? Looking at this, actually, no. The 4 teams that we're coming against in this stretch, the Heat, Sixers, Pacers, Cavs, all of them will be underdogs in these games. Pelicans, Lakers, Warriors, Timberwolves will all be favored. That could be a huge night. Now, obviously, Magic need to take care of business against the Pelicans. But if they are able to do that, that could be a huge night. The only thing here is the Pelicans, it's the second night of back-to-back. So depending on how that game goes against us, they play in Miami the next day. We'll see. That's spicy. I know I'm getting ahead of myself. We're going to talk about that on Thursday. But every time I look at that, that's hot. There's a couple other moments like this later in the season. But we'll get to those later. Whew. Gets me fired up, guys. I don't know about you. I hope you're fired up. That is tonight's Starry Spreadsheet, not sponsored by Starry. All right, chat. One final time looking at you and get your final thoughts here. Diallo says, nice new article on The Ringer about Markelle and his injury history, but yeah, I don't love seeing it. Yeah, I have the art. I have not read it yet, but I pulled it up today for me to read later tonight, so I'll definitely read that. Soul Train said, if J.I. didn't play in 2020 and was playing more this season, they would have 50 wins. Yeah, it's definitely possible. Nathan says, if this season looks this good already, imagine next season what we can be capable of. It's hard for my brain to go there, Nathan. I've thought that many times this season, and nights like tonight, it's hard. Like 41 wins, March 19th, and your 2 best players are 22 and 21. It's hard. It's hard for me to wrap my head around it. It really is. It's crazy. Do you believe it says I'm fine to nix the Knicks in the playoffs? Okay. That's funny. Yeah, Didala says this tough stretch against West playoff teams will tell us a lot about our team and potential seeding. Facts. Big stretch coming up. Soul Train says at home against Indiana will be awesome. I want Bucks Knicks first round as a fan. Yeah. Again, on paper, home against the Pacers, sign me the heck up for that. Isaac says I think we can beat the Bucks in 7. It's possible. Wendell, historically, very good defender of Giannis. Jonathan Isaac, elite defender of Giannis. You're not going to stop him, but you can slow him down. Lots of love for the spreadsheet. Lots of love for the spreadsheet in the chat. Love that. Joe says, I don't care if they go 1-3 in the next 4 as long as they beat the Warriors. Yeah. Beating the Warriors is always fun. I was able to be at what was Amway Center last year for the Magic beating the Warriors in November, and that was just so fun. That was one of the best games of the season, too. Jalen Suggs basically took that game over down the stretch. It was so fun. Speaking of him, Thanks Praise says, Suggs should be up for MIP consideration. Facts, man. Facts. Blaze also says Jalen, NBA all-defensive team. Should be. There's no reason he shouldn't be. Can he be first team? I don't know. Again, this team is just so slept on, but second team, I can't see how he's not all defensive second team. Can't see it. Whew. Okay, Thanks Praise says, the year is 2040 and kids are asking about how it was to watch Paolo. I feel that. Feel that in my bones. Soul Train says, Magic played a few seasons with Dwight before they got Rashard Lewis. Looking forward to getting that free agent splash in the future. yeah, that's the thing. As the team gets better, it becomes more and more of a destination. It already has become a bit of a destination for free agents, and it's only going to get better. Only going to get better. I love Paolo says, am I the only one that wanted to win by 40? I mean, come on, that'd be fun. But you're not the only one. I just wanted to hold them under 30 at the half. I literally let out a no when they hit that 3 to score 32 in the first half. It's so funny. Matthew says, hate to be negative, but we haven't beat a good team in like a month. It's fair. Like I talked about earlier, like that weekend, 2 weekends ago, where you had this huge, 2-game basically series over the weekend that everyone hyped up as the biggest Magic regular season games in a long time, and you laid an egg. Yeah, it's fair. I mean, you're exactly right. We haven't beaten a playoff team since February 22nd. Now, to be fair, we haven't played many playoff teams. We've only played 2 other playoff teams, and that was the New York and Indiana weekend. But you're right. You're exactly right. February 22nd against the Cavs was the last time we beat a playoff team. That's totally fair, man. On the flip side, it's like, well, the reason why we're playing so many bad teams is because you played so many good teams earlier and you still were above 500. So this team's definitely capable, but you are not wrong. They're going to have to prove it over these next 4 games, all these really good Western Conference teams that are coming to Orlando. Soul Train says, if you're a big-time scorer, you want to play with Paolo, Franz, and Suggs with their ball movement and defense. Absolutely. All right, guys, I think that's going to do it for us. A cool 38-minute post-game live here. It's a fun one. Obviously, historic victory in a lot of ways. Magic not back in action until Thursday, so you'll get a brand new episode of the Six Man Show that morning. Obviously, Jonathan Luke will break down this game and look ahead to the rest of this homestand, which is coming up. So, yeah, look out for that Thursday morning. I'll be back here for Thursday night's game after the game against the Pelicans right here. So, obviously, want you guys to join us for that. But until then, have a great Wednesday, a great Thursday. We'll see you Thursday night. And as always, let's go Magic.